Duke, Duchess of Cambridge, and their son. Less than a day old, 8 pounds, 6 ounces. The family dressed in blue. Stretching those fingers to the sky and for the world, almost to wave to everyone that's been waiting outside to get that first glimpse.
Well, he's got a good pair of lungs on him, that's for sure. He's a big boy, he's quite heavy, but we're still working on a name, so we'll have that as soon as we can. But it's the first time we've seen him really, so having a proper chance to catch up and see him. Very emotional.
Yeah, it's very emotional. It's such a special time. I think any parent, I think, will probably sort of know what this feeling feels like. So
It's very special. It was, and I'll remind him of his tardiness when he's a bit older, because I know how long you've all been sat out here. So hopefully the hospital and you guys can all go back to normal now, and we can look after him. So he's got her looks, thankfully.
no. I'm not sure about that.
Wait and see, Peter, wait and see. Oh, we've done that already.
Yes, he's done the first Avenue already.
It's good.
It's very, very good.
She's got way more than me, thank God. Thanks a lot, thank you.
And a huge cheer for the moment that so many people have been waiting for, and back inside they go to St. Mary's Hospital, but not before getting that first glimpse of the baby. And Prince William sharing a few words with the crowd there, saying at first to reporters that he's got a good pair of lungs on him, showing a little bit of humor, a little bit of character traits to some of the baby. And as far as a name goes, well, he said they're still working on a name, in fact. But Prince William commenting, he's a big boy, he's a heavy boy. And that, in fact, both the Duke and the Duchess saying it's a very emotional moment for them. That is something that the Duke, that the Duke had said that he will remind his son later on in life of his tardiness, making a remark that the press has been camped out for weeks now, poking a little bit of fun at the delivery, perhaps a little bit later than expected. Now we'll wait to see if they will make their way back out. The couple dressed in blue, and remarkable to think, however you may feel about the royal family, remarkable to think that in less than 24 hours' time, the Duchess gave birth and has now addressed the world with her son, who will one day become king, and composed, expressing gratitude for the staff that helped in the delivery, and for the excitement that her and the prince have for welcoming their son. We don't yet know exactly when they will be discharged. We do know that Kensington Palace did say that they will be leaving the hospital and they will be making their way back to Kensington Palace. And standing right there, just steps away from what we witnessed, is ABC's Amy Robach. And Amy,
And his father.
I can tell you there was
good pair of lungs. A lot more here.
there was a lot of excitement watching from here. I can only imagine electricity in the crowd there.
That's right, Dan. I mean, this is electric. And certainly we are still waiting for the royal family to come back out those doors because we understand they're going to bring baby Cambridge, who has yet to be named. They're still working on that name, back out into one of these black cars behind us. They've just purchased a car seat. We saw that car seat ushered in a back door earlier today, about 90 pounds, $150. And what a beautiful family as they walked out. And we got to hear from Prince William and from the Duchess for the first time today and see that beautiful boy. They said that he has a good pair of lungs, that he has a little more hair than his father, and thankfully had the looks of his mother. So very gracious, and they just had such a spirit of happiness around them. It was truly a joy to see them walk out and to see their beautiful smiles. We can't wait to watch them walk back out. We have been told they were going to come out first and speak to us, go get the car seat, put the baby in the car seat, and come back out. But of course, everyone's shouting out questions. It was quite a mad scene as they were coming in. It looks like there they are coming back out again, as you can see. Prince William, baby Cambridge, and the Duchess there, all making their way out like so many families do, leaving the hospital. That car seat can be a tricky thing for many parents, but I think they've got it figured out. William's trying to make sure it's in there safely. Kate's sitting behind in the back seat, as so many moms do. And they are off. Putting their seatbelts on, too, of course. And there are so many cameras flashing right now. Everyone waving goodbye. Hi. I think she looked at me. I think she waved at me. That was quite a moment. That was the moment that everyone has been waiting for 3.5 weeks here. So many people have been braving the elements of London, from the heat to the torrential downpours, for that moment right there. What a happy occasion for this country and for the world, frankly. A new baby boy, third in line to the throne, a very healthy, big baby boy, the biggest in over 100 years, 8 pounds, 6 ounces. But we still have to wait for one more thing, Dan. We still have to wait for that name, and they're apparently going to make us wait a little bit longer. They were in the hospital for 37 hours. I believe Prince Harry was named within 24 hours, so it looks like we'll see how long we'll have to wait for the name of this newest heir to the throne. But what an amazing moment we just witnessed.
And from what I understand, Prince William was not named but 7 days after he was born. So now we've got a time frame of 36 hours to 7 days. So you know what, Amy, unfortunately for you, you might be on that rough assignment for a little bit longer in London.
I know. London's so terrible to spend some time in. No, it's been such an incredible opportunity to witness history right now and to see how many people have put in so many hours to share that news with the world. And you can see the hospital staff there behind me, Dan, and that was also something pretty remarkable to see. They lined the Sky Bridge. They've been hanging out the windows of the hospital up here, and they lined the streets. And we know that the Duke and Duchess thanked profusely the staff for all of their help and all of their care while they stayed there in St. Mary's. And there was a tremendous amount of security and a tremendous amount of care, I'm sure, to making sure they all arrived safely and had the best experience possible, given all the labor, of course, that we know now that Kate had to go through, 10 hours or so. Back to you, Dan.
I think it's absolutely fascinating, absolutely fascinating. Amy Robach, thank you so much outside of St. Mary's Hospital. I want to go now to Lama Hassan outside of Buckingham Palace. And Lama, I imagine the excitement, excuse me, Kensington Palace there. And the family is on its way.
Yes, exactly, Dan. That's exactly what I was going to say to you. You know, I was watching the feed come in here. We just saw them get into their car. They are making their way here to Kensington Palace, William, Kate and baby Cambridge, because this is, after all, where William and Kate live when they are in London. They stay in what is called Nottingham Cottage on the grounds here at Kensington Palace, but that is not where they will eventually move in and start a happy family. New one. They will be moving into what's called apartment 1A. That was Princess Margaret's old apartment. Princess Margaret, of course, being